All right, Patrick. I know you guys talked a lot of Vikings on Unchained yesterday, and we can definitely talk some more Vikings, but I feel like it is a great disrespect to our 4-0 Golden Gophers football team that they did not crack the top 20 in the Associated Press or coaches poll, coming in 21st or 23rd, as they will eventually skyrocket closer to the top 10 with their upcoming schedule. I would use it as whiteboard material if I were PJ Fleck. The disrespect of the voters going into week 5.
I actually told Judd yesterday I thought they'd be 15, 16, 17, 18, something like that. I thought they'd be in the top 20, but PJ's got bigger worries now. He's out there trying to scrounge up cash from the public to contribute to this the name, image, and likeness fund that's being started by some outfit. They call it what, Dinky Town something. That's our big story today. That please, Gopher fans, send us checks so we can bribe players to be here like everybody else is. Come
I
on.
love it. I love it. We're publicly funding stadiums. We're publicly funding the quarterbacks, publicly
And
funding everything.
now we're publicly funding the roster. So, and we gotta get that Dinky Town fund going here. So that's the big thing. But
So we can do that. We can just start funds and crowdsource and say, hey, we live in one of the top 15, metropolitan markets. Let's just let's leverage our population of football fans.
Apparently, you can just send them your checks. Yes, that's right. And then they somehow distribute it to the players. Now, the players are supposed to do something, I think, right? I don't know what they're supposed to
Spokesman.
do.
Yeah, you got to. Yes, you have to endorse something or do
sell ice cream,
something. Yeah, or maybe
lemonade stand.
I don't know how it works, but this is the new reality, and we're trying to catch up here. Tennessee's got a $2 billion freshman quarterback. Come on, let's go here.
I love how the Alabama, there's like 2 or 3 quarterbacks. The Alabama quarterback are doing these State Farm ads or whatever on Saturday. They're making however much money, and we're putting together a ground level crowdsourcing Dinky Town fund. But you got to start somewhere.
We might have some other stuff going too. This is just another one. The Gophers have been kind of low key about it. They haven't been announcing anything, but there could be some sponsorships out there that we haven't heard about yet. But the interesting thing about the whole name, image, and likeness thing is the women athletes. In every other area, they fly to games in different fashion than the men, and they're funded. I like that, but the hotshot women athletes that are on Instagram are making a lot more money than the men are, because young women pound Instagram looking for influencers. So that's how Paige Beckers, who isn't playing, is making hundreds of thousands of dollars as an influencer by saying what kind of sneakers she wears or something.
That's how Judd makes his endorsement money too. Just TikTok and Instagram.
The talk, I'm huge, Pat. The kids love me.
The talk,
would
big.
Be the talk of the town with Judd.
Okay. Yes. Well, that's good. I got a modern question to ask you guys, but yes, I think the Gophers should have been rated higher. I don't know if it's board material, but Purdue, the big question for Purdue, I thought they're going to be pretty good, but at this point they haven't been, and we don't know if the quarterback's going to play. They got a guy who can throw around a lot, and they have a pretty good receiver like they always do. But, they've lost to Syracuse, and they only beat Florida Atlantic by 2 at home. So they should not be a challenge for our mighty Gophers, who have a running game. They now have a passing game, and they have a tremendous defense. I agree. They should be rated in the 15, 16, 17. A win over Purdue will vault them into the mid-teens, though, I would think.
Mm-hmm. Can Jeff Brom coach, though? That's my question.
I don't know.
In game.
Better than Scott Frost. They all came in about the same time, right?
Yeah.
I think Brom came in at the same time as PJ, didn't he?
Right around there, yeah.
And they've been just okay. They haven't certainly been a power, that's for sure. What's an interesting thing about our mighty Big Ten is 2 years ago, Indiana popped up and they went into last year rated,
Mm-hmm.
and they lost damn near all of them, and they got run by an FCS team this weekend. What
Their
happened
quarterback
there?
left.
Yeah.
Went
Yeah,
to
the
Washington.
quarterback's out of Washington, Penix, and playing real well.
Mm-hmm.
And how about the 2 years ago Big Ten West champion Northwestern, which just spent $200 million to build this facility on a lake there that's supposed to be the Taj Mahal of sports facilities, and they got beat by somebody, Indiana State or somebody killed. They're terrible. They're absolutely terrible for 2 years. So it's weird. Luckily, we don't have to worry about going backwards here. We're going forward and upward and onward.
I think I told these guys this yesterday. If you look at the Gopher schedule, I think the hardest games remaining in order are at Penn State. I think at Illinois is the second hardest game remaining. They're 3-1 and have, I think they're like 16th in the FPI or something. So the analytics like Illinois. And then probably Iowa's defense. Iowa has really good defense. I would put Wisconsin maybe fourth on that list.
Oh yeah, they're not very good at all. But the thing about Illinois is, Phil, last year they were able to beat the Gophers by doing nothing. And the Gophers could do nothing in response. They couldn't throw the ball. They just, remember they got 2 touchdowns early, and that was enough. And the offense is so much more. It's now with Ibrahim back, and the offensive line is as good as it was last year, to the shock of everybody. And you can't come in here. Illinois can't beat them by doing nothing like they did last year. Just getting 2 first downs, running some clock, and punting the ball back to them. That's not going to work. They're going to have to do something offensively. Anybody seen Bielema lately?
He looks great. I think he looks great.
How big is he?
Oh God, he's enormous. He's wearing these tent clothes now, and it's just unbelievable.
He's
love the
literally
tent
wearing
clothes.
a bed sheet out there.
He's
The
He's
toga.
just enormous, and he's got, the last time I saw him, he was wearing a beard, and it's unbelievable. He had that, he was famous for his campus exploits there when he was in Bemidji at Wisconsin, and he married a young gal from Wisconsin, and I don't know, she's let him go to hell, man. It's unbelievable.
Well, I mean, he was so cute before, Pat, that if he
yeah.
didn't get fat, I mean, all the his groupies would have been
Never
after
lost
him.
to the Gophers. Yet Phil brings it up, though. He was 7-0 in Wisconsin and beat him last year. He's 8. But this would be the first ever win over Bielema. So that was, so that's something to shoot for too.
Yeah. So
Hey,
this is the year. This is the year. Yeah, go ahead.
I was up early today, and there's a story. I was reading stuff on the story, and I went on Twitter. Cryptocurrency mining.
Mm-hmm.
Do they actually mine for cryptocurrency? Do they go out and dig holes in the ground looking for?
Yeah, it's out. They didn't dig deep enough in the gold mining era. It's actually cryptocurrency is beneath the gold. You got to go back out to the same. Yeah.
Crypto. What does that mean? Cryptocurrency mining. That's mining is. You got a big. You ever been up the Iron Range? That's mining. What the hell is cryptocurrency mining? I don't know. A, I don't know what it is, but B, I don't know how you mine for it. What is that?
This is where smarter people than us capitalized 10 years ago on cryptocurrency mining, made a fortune, but then if they didn't exit from their fortune, now they're back to where we are.
Yes,
so
they're bankrupt. But anyway, let's use English here when we're talking about it. It's confusing enough for us old idiots when then you're calling about mining. It's not mining, is it? You need to go out there. I'm going to go out and shovel in my front yard and see if I got any cryptocurrency.
You should do that, yeah. And if the city asks you, why are you
doing?
digging up public property right now? No, I'm mining for crypto, mining for Dogecoin.
I'm looking for cryptocurrency.
Dig up the pool.
Oh, yeah, right. Maybe.
Get rid of the pool.
Get rid of the pool.
Honey, I'm mining cryptocurrency. We're going to be rich.
There might be underneath that lining down there. There might be cryptocurrency.
Honey, why is our pool empty this summer? It's not empty. It's full of cryptocurrency.
It's
full of Ethereum.
They're supposed to close her up late September. Where the hell are they? Isn't this late September? This is about as late as it gets. Come
It's
on,
pretty late.
fellas.
There's still a few days left, though. So
Yes, that's about as late as it gets.
I know you guys talked Vikings on the lengthy podcast yesterday, Unchained. What is your general feeling about this 2-1 squad going across the pond?
I told Phil. I told Judd that their defense is worse than I thought it was going to be. They were bad against Philly, but I thought, okay, Philly, Jalen Hurts, quarterback like that's going to give them trouble because he can do both things. But now you got a statue there, Jared Goff, and they still move the ball against them. They're not. Their coverage in the back end is terrible, and where's Donnell Hunter? I mean, you're paying him a lot of money. What? It's okay to the new system. The new system is not getting him to the quarterback. That is for sure. And that team they're playing last week's missing their two guards, and they still wasn't a fierce pass rush of any sense. Where's Hunter? Is he had so many injuries? He's banged up, or is he just not?
I don't know.
Good?
I feel like his injuries, if he had like a knee or his injuries are all upper body, right? So I don't know. I guess I think of it more as you might lose your legs as a pass rusher at some point. He's only 27 still.
I think they need to blitz more is what they're going to have to do.
I think they need to go 4-3. The stupid having those two guys try to play linebacker is idiotic. They're defensive end pass rushers.
I don't think Za'Darius has played in a 4-3. I think he's been a 3-4 throughout his career.
He did.
But yes, right. Hunter, you're right.
But Smith is, I remember him having one fabulous game, and that was in an empty Ziggy Dome in the season opener when they couldn't lay a hand on him, and then he got hurt. And I don't know, maybe he's been okay, but Hunter's been invisible.
Yeah, they have, to Judd's point too, so they have one of the lowest pressure rates in the league and one of the lowest blitz rates in the league. Now, ideally, you would never blitz and get a ton of pressure
with a 5-man front. Yeah,
but if you can't get pressure, you probably have to change it up here at some point. Luckily, you don't really face that many great quarterbacks on your schedule. If you look at the Vikings schedule, Justin Fields twice, Jared Goff again, and he's actually been pretty good.
Jameis next.
Jameis Winston. You're going to get Jets, Giants.
Jameis was terrible on Sunday. That team was awful on Sunday. I've always been I love the way Jameis throws the ball, except he throws it to the other team too often. But I watched a little bit of them on Sunday. They were terrible, the Saints. So, yeah, I think they're going to be 4-1. I agree with Judd on that, but I just don't think that they're that. They're long term. I don't think they're that good. But the schedule is, their schedule is damn near as favorable as the Gophers, right? I mean, you look at the Bears and the Lions, the gift that keeps on giving. They still get to play them, They got 3 games left with those clowns. So, and the Bears are, another one of those ruts where every once in a while they pop up and they're actually competitive for about a 3-year stretch, but now they're terrible. So, yeah, I think they're going to make the playoffs, the top 7, because of the schedule, but not because they're not as good as I thought they were. I thought they were going to be better than this.
Hey, the Vikings might be off the hook. So last year, in fact, it was the biggest episode of Purple Daily or Ventline ever was the Sunday night loss to Cooper Rush.
Oh, yeah.
People were apoplectic. People were done with this team forever. Well, Cooper Rush has made 2 more starts since then. He's now 3-0 as a starting quarterback. He has thrown no interceptions in 2 starts this year.
Their pass rush last night was fierce against poor Daniel Jones. The Giants couldn't. I mean, every time he went back there, his life. Their best offense was when he just ran out of the pocket after being pursued. But it's amazing, though, isn't it? What an opener can mean. You put all the stakes in an opener, and Dallas was as inept in that first game of the season as a team could possibly be. And now they've won twice with Cooper Rush as the quarterback. I bet every day Jerry Jones looking in the mirror saying, "Why did I give that overrated phony Dak all that money? How did I let them fuck talk me into giving him all that money because he's not that good.
That game last night, though, is why you do not want stand-alone football games. That was a terrible football game.
And Phil, Judd and I were talking about this yesterday. You got the Brady and Rodgers 14-12. You had all these low-scoring games. Watch out next weekend. There's going to be an average of 12 holding on defensive backs in every game. They're going to start calling all kinds of penalties so to get the passing game going again. That's they don't like 14-12 with Brady and Rodgers. No. They don't like that fiasco that last night was. What was it, 6-3 at halftime or something, or 6-6 or something? They're going to start calling penalties like crazy to try to get the passing game back.
That Broncos offense was brutal on Sunday night.
But
Jimmy,
good news: new Twins unis. Did you see that? New Twins uni.
I did not see them. What do they look like?
We don't know yet, but very up-to-date, spiffy new unis that'll take us into this century, I guess, even though we're a quarter of the way through it. But I don't know, but we're going to get new unis, new scoreboard. There's going to be a new big building behind left field, which somehow we're supposed to be excited about that. I haven't figured that out.
Condos.
But, there used to be a saying when you fought Joe Louis, you can run, but you can't hide. In this case, it's the Twins can hide, but they won't run. They can't run. So that's it's the opposite. They think that this is the new spiffy reach out to younger fans. They don't care about you. The younger fans don't care about you fellas, and changing your uniform is only going to irritate old timers. Not that I care. They can come out there.
What are they going to do exactly is my question. This concerns me. It sounds like they're trying to get creative, which when it comes to the Twins, I don't really like. Creativity is not necessarily their strength.
I see they're retiring Laura Day. She's I heard on the broadcast that she's been a business manager basically for a while in sales and everything. And she's getting retired. And I don't know if this is all part of some plan or not, but
This is the most stale franchise officially in the Twin Cities. No playoff wins in almost 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
You've had, and I don't mean to, besmirch the name of Dick Bramer, but you've had, the broadcast has been largely the same for years and years and years. The team has had the same result for years and years and years. Even TC Bear doing the same thing for 20 years. Everything just kind of feels
it's a new TC Bear, though.
Stale for 20 years.
I keep going back to they've only been terrible for 2 seasons. 3 years ago they hit 100. They hit 307 home runs. It was not. This does not compare to the 93 to 2000s, right? It just feels that way.
No, but at least in the 90s, you were still a little high from the World Series win still. Mm-hmm. So you gave them a little leeway, 5 or 6 years of leeway there, I feel. Judd's got his Twins bucket hat on for the audio audience.
I got my bucket hat on.
Did we give that away this weekend?
Damn right we did. You know why? Because we're up to date and the kids love us. Just like me. We're on the TikTok.
The kids love the bucket hat?
The kids love the bucket hat. Declan wants it.
Do kids love bucket hats, Declan?
They don't mind bucket hats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they give that away Sunday, or when did they?
No. I think in June.
Oh, okay.
Today was my last game of my package, and I sold the tickets. And I already got confirmation someone bought them. So
you sold them?
Mm-hmm.
Someone bought them?
How about my favorite Twins thing from this year? It's probably a Rocco thing, maybe a front office thing. They fell out of the race, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was,
yes.
And then they spent 4 days promoting, hey, Friday night, Shohei Ohtani. This is the place to be, Target Field. Not only did it rain and it was 50 degrees, they sat Carlos Correa for a Friday night home game against Shohei Ohtani.
Yes,
Bleep you guys.
Yeah, I kind of had the same impression. You could at least DH'd him, right?
Couldn't he have sat the day before on the road or Saturday or something? Like, come on.
It was kind of shocking too. It wasn't shocking. Nothing they do shocking. But we're getting the new uni, so that should excite everybody. New bigger board, other bigger boards. So making target field up to date, and isn't that good? And because of the big scoreboard, I read that they're going to have equipment on the field all year, all winter. So they're going to have to go out and spend the money for another new field too. So.
Did I see that it's going to be like a $30 million scoreboard upgrade? Is that the price tag? I thought I saw 30.
Sounds right.
But I don't think that's all just the big board. It's the ribbons and some other stuff.
Okay.
They definitely need a bigger board if they're gonna that crap that they have underneath the big board that's supposed to tell us about what the pitch was and all that. Nobody can read it.
Yeah, let's spend $30 million on a board that has a bigger image of the crappy pitcher the Twins are bringing in the fifth inning, as opposed to just spending it on pitching. There you go. I was the first person to make that one-liner.
Of course, I think they're only paying half of the. I think.
And we are paying the rest.
The whatever
comes from the
money
commission.
comes from that tax. Yes.
Okay.
Commission tax.
So we are paying the rest.
They're only paying.
Well, you guys.
I am.
Yeah, you're not. I'm happy
good.
to. You know what? Let's improve our ballparks. Forget the schools. Let's improve the ballparks.
When are you going to do something with the X? The X is going to start whining pretty soon about needing.
They got a new scoreboard 5-6 years ago.
Scoreboard's really nice. Yep.
And Target Center got one like 4 years ago.
I didn't know it was new. I mean,
that's new.
I'll make my 2-3.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mr. Puck, when are you coming out?
I'd make fun of Pat for never going to hockey games, but
you didn't even go to a Kraken game. It's like right across the street.
I still have not been to a Kraken game. No.
I try to go 3 times a year. That's good. I get over this 3 times a year.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
And
all right.
They're already playing. What the hell? What kind of a goofy sport
tonight
can you start practice on Thursday and play exhibition games on Sunday?
Hockey.
Don't you need to strategize a little bit? Don't you need to get ready?
They're in shape now.
And you start playing a game.
You just play Plinko, man.
By the way, to Coach Cheryl Reeve, she coached her first game as the coach of Team USA, and they edged South Korea 145-66 or something like that. So that proves she can win a playoff game without Maya Moore. It's just against South Korea. So.
Yep. All right, Pat. We will we'll catch up with you again later this week.
All right, gentlemen. Go Twins, Unis. I can't wait. Wow.
So exciting. So exciting. Hey, Twins fans, come to the ballpark. See the new uniforms and the brand new scoreboard. Don't expect a playoff victory, though. That's going to be a little too much. Thanks to our friends at Federated Mutual Insurance Company for helping power these Royce rants and sessions. If you are a business owner, Federated is here to help guide you through risk management tools and resources and help you maximize your business. So federatedinsurance.com to find out more. Federated, where it's our business to protect yours. Go Twins.